Yo, what's up? It's intro. I'm about to show y'all how to make 808s. I got a request on my Instagram to make an 808 tutorial. Y'all go follow my Instagram if you haven't already. And I'm gonna post like questions on my story, and you can respond for, any sort of tutorial you guys want. But today we're doing 808s. So I normally would say I use Serum, but 808s are like really simple. You can do 808s in 3x Oscillator. Like, it's really easy. And you really just need one of these oscillators. So turn these down and just use the sine wave on number 1 and turn down the pitch all the way to 24. To negative 24. So now you have this sine wave, and you can click on this gearbox icon right here and mess with the pitch to give it like a kick to the start, and turn up the amount and just turn up the decay like 6 or 7%. And if you don't want it to like be that much of a kick, then you could turn down the amount by like 50. And you can see the amount up here whenever you're on a knob right here. So I think I'm gonna turn it up all the way actually, and then turn up the attack by like 2% or just 1%. So it might not sound like 808 right now, but if you play on C3, that's usually what most 808s are pitched at. So it probably, if you're hearing this on a phone speaker, you probably can't hear it because it's too low, but I'm gonna add some distortion to make it sound a little better. But basically that's all you need to do in 3x Oscillator. And like earlier, before I did this video, I made this 808. And let me play it again. It's pretty, it's pretty clean 808, I would say. And like really all you have to do is record this. But before that, I'm gonna mess with the volume envelope to give it like a shape. So I'm just gonna turn the decay time up to like 40. Let's see how that sounds. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. I'm gonna do like 70. There you go. And then this knob right here, the tension knob underneath the decay knob, that can like curve this thing here if you want it to have more of a saturated sound to it, if you want it to last longer. And yeah, that sounds good to me, so I'm gonna record that. I'm gonna make this longer. And yeah, that's basically where I started with this 808. And all you have to do from here is really just add distortion and EQ. Sometimes you don't even need EQ, but for me, I'm gonna do the EQ. So, and with 3x Oscillator, sometimes it's a little weird whenever you normalize it, because like it adds some high frequencies. So you can just EQ those out right away. See, these come out. So I'm just gonna EQ that. record that again, and after you record it, you're gonna put distortion on it. And this really, like, 808s are probably the easiest thing to sound design, for me at least. Because like this 808 probably took me like 10 minutes to make, so it's really, it's not that hard to learn if you have the right distortion plugins. There's this free plugin called KHS Distortion. This is probably my favorite distortion I have, because listen to the difference between when it's on, or when it's off, and then when it's on. Like, that's such a big difference. And if you turn the dynamics up all the way, it's even bigger. And there's different type of drives. You can do full back, sine, hard clip. I'm gonna do just regular overdrive. And you can mess with this bias knob if you want to. Really what the bias does, it like, you can really see it whenever it's being recorded, so you could tell it's slightly off the center line right here. Like, there's more information down here. That's really just what the bias does. It like offsets the I don't even know what that is, the polarity. But I'm not going to use the bias knob. I'm just going to try to make like a clean 808. And if you use this spread knob, it makes it like wider in the in your headphones. But most 808s are mono, and I like how it sounds when it's mono, so I'm going to record that. And all you really have to do is just mess with as many distortion plugins as you want, because like that's all it is. It's really just a sine wave and a bunch of distortion. So this plugin right here, this is Arturia Coldfire, distortion Coldfire. It's probably my favorite distortion, because you can have stuff like this, like automated sounding distortion. Like, that's good if you're putting it on like a 808 that's already finished, and like you want to add some detail to your beat. But if you just want to make like a 808, like a clean 808, you could just go through these presets. I think the preset that I used for this 808 was like a bit distortion preset. Let me try to find it. There's a lot of presets here. I'm actually just gonna pick a random one. if you just want if you don't want it to sound that distorted, you can just turn the dry wet knob down, or like the master dry wet knob. And this color knobs, it's kind of like the EQ knob in here, except for it's like opposite. So just keep that in mind. This will bring out more of the lows, and this will bring more of the highs. So I'm gonna turn it down all the way and turn the drive down on here. That's pretty clean. I like that. So record that. And you can already tell like the difference, like that plugin does a lot of stuff to your 808. I might actually keep it like that. That's pretty good. I'm gonna see if I can use it in a beat. Let me save it to my drum kit that's coming out. I don't know when it's coming out, just keep in mind I'm working on a drum kit. You guys are gonna love it. And yeah, I don't know what to call this one. Let's just do tutorial. Alright, I'm gonna pull up an old file. This one. And see if the 808 fits in this beat. And sometimes your 808s won't, and you could just go back and like edit them. That's pretty much it. You saw how simple that was. It's really easy. You know, if your 808 doesn't fit automatically, sometimes I use the cut knob because like it just helps. But yeah, so that's this tutorial. I appreciate the question on my Instagram. Again, y'all go follow my Instagram. And I'm going to be making more of these tutorials. So, peace.